Hey, in this tutorial, I want to show you how I color correct some footage and then how I put a bug or a logo at the bottom of a video using Final Cut Pro 10. So this is the corrected footage. It's still not great to me, but I'm still going to work on it. But I want to show you what it came from. So this is what it came from. So let's just look at that. We can see real big. You see right here from the right is a haze. You can tell she was lit that way. And I want to fix this. And no, I didn't shoot this. Anyway, just disclaimer there. I want to fix it to make it look a little better. So she has audio here. You know how to do that. You just right click on here. And to get the audio, you're going to hit synchronize clips. I had a brain freeze real quick. Synchronize clips. All right. And then it's going to come down to synchronized clips. And I'll put it in my timeline in Final Cut Pro 10. So what I did, let's just go through the color. And I'm still working on it. And I really like looking at the histograms and everything like that. If you color correct without looking at the scopes, I pity you. So you should look at the scopes. You can just move all the stuff over. But I'm just going to leave it there. Look at the scopes where all my ranges are. Then I'm going to look at my waveform monitor here. And I really mess with the exposure here because that's the main thing that I wanted to fix here. All right, you have to click on the yellow to get it. So if I look here where I had nothing, you look at those scopes, and then you look here. All right, that's a Luma, and let us look at the histogram because I wanted to see the colors. And what I did, I took the saturation way down. See, I made it darker. But we don't want it that dark, but we want to get rid of that haze. So I took that down there like that. That's the exposure, I'm sorry. Then I boosted up the saturation. I always do the mid-tones and the shadows. So that's the mid-tones. The shadows, I can either put it down, but see if I pull that all the way down, I don't really want that. So then I want to make sure the highlights are bright. So I'm going to take off the scopes. I'm going to look at her. She is a little dark, and to my taste, about too much. But then when I go up, you see what happens. So I have to make her darker, and we'll brighten her up right here with the highlights. As you see, the highlights are there. We see our shadow there. I'm not really concerned about that as much, but I wanted to make sure the best I can do. So it goes from that for a haze, and then it goes to this. All right. Sometimes you just have to, make do with what you have in your video, and that looks a lot better. I'm just gonna remember it's about incremental. So I'm using the arrow key, incremental adjustment. So if you look at her first one, let me see. Do we have her first video here? I don't even think it's on here anymore. So, but her first video was like this and hazy. So we're going to just continue it and go from there. All right. So what I want to do next is I want to take this, and this right here, I made this in Photoshop. Actually, I didn't create the logo, but I took the background out, and that's another tutorial in itself of how to take when people give you logos, and I'll make sure I write that down. Give you logos, you can take the background out of them and make sure that you have this as a PNG. So I'm just going to throw this down here like this. All right. And this is my process, and I'm really editing this for someone, so it's not like I'm just doing that. Of course, it follows in front of her face. I'm going to click this button right here, and then I'm just going to go here. I can either do one of two things. I can drag it from here, or I just like to hit scale from here, right? And you're probably wondering, well, how do you know what size? And just kind of, I always do it about 20%. Down about 20%. All right, so then once I do that, hi there. I'm Robin Jackson. Okay, so I'm going to start once she says hi there. And I want to just pull that over. Hi there. Okay, so we're going to start right when she says hi there. Hi there. All right, and then I'm going to hit Shift Z. Actually, before I do that, the thing I like about Final Cut Pro, you can just drag this all the way out. So I'm going to hit Shift Z. And just take this here. Yep. Remember, I read every single comment, so please. All right, so she's still talking. And I'm looking, and she's doing a stand-up. So, and how I knew that she's finished, I look at these waveforms. I look at these down here because I see the peaks and I see what she has and what she's talking about. As you can see, I have it at 7 dB. I raise the audio, and I can tell if she messes up because I instructed her to go ahead and do a clap or something if there's a mess up. But I'm just scrubbing through this real quick, and she's going real well. So this is about the best that we can do with this. So I just wanted to show you how, when you get footage, how to color correct, just some basic color corrections. I'm going to let this bad boy render some in the background here. And we will talk to you soon. Any questions, you can always comment, like, or subscribe to our videos. Take care.